So this is the best to sit in when you're doing a meditation, like a seated meditation, or breathing. So it gives your body the most space. Your hips are nice and open, and your spine can really lengthen up. And then your knees are on the floor, so you're nice and supported and grounded. And again, have the pillow or the stack of books just to lift your seat up. So just take a moment to let yourself really settle into your sit bones. So you feel both your sit bones grounded on the floor, and then really let that spread into the floor so you feel nice and grounded through your seat. And then lengthen up the spine as much as you can. And then just roll the shoulders back and down so you feel all of your chest and heart open. And then rest the hands wherever's comfortable, either on the knees or the lap, wherever feels best. And just close down through your eyes and start to draw your attention inward towards your breath. So just notice how your breath is moving in your body. Is there anywhere that it feels a little kind of stuck or tight? Is there any tension anywhere? Or anywhere that feels a little uncomfortable? Just take a moment to really feel into your breath and notice how it moves in your body. Is it quite a deep breath, like down into the belly, or do you feel it more up into the upper lobes of the lungs? So more in the higher part of the chest. Quite often when we're stressed, the breath is very shallow. So we only really breathe in this top part of the lung, just around the chest, the collarbone area. And we really want to be using the full breath, so right down into the lower belly, and that's going to give us much more depth, much more time, and it's really allowing much more energy to come in and out of the body. So when we're breathing this shallow breath kind of higher up, it's signaling to the nervous system to go into stress mode. So when you're running, or if you're doing a lot of cardio, you're using much shorter, sharper and shallow breaths, so the body can quickly get breath in and out. As we're utilizing the oxygen much quicker, we need to get in and out more quickly. But when we're in a rested and more healing space, that's when we want to start accessing the diaphragm to really pull down and expand into the belly, so we get that really deep full breath, and it's much slower and longer. So I'm just going to show you now how to breathe. So there's 5 different qualities and the actual movement of the breath. Sometimes we have to retrain our brain. When we breathe in, we want to really feel, so the diaphragm is just here, it connects into the ribs where they start to flare open, and it goes round like that. So it's a nice big flat surface area, and it goes right the way across the top. So it's, if you think of it like the top of a balloon, and as we breathe in, we want the diaphragm to come down so that the lung has more space to open and expand. So the lung comes all the way down to here, and it's right into here and in the back body as well. So this whole lung inflates, and that pushes the diaphragm down, so the belly's going to open more. And then as we breathe out, we use the pulling back of the abdominal wall, all the muscles. So you focus on the navel pulling back, and then that pushes the diaphragm up, and then all of that breath gets pushed up and out. So if you think of it in that way, like the belly's coming out as we're filling up, so we're expanding to make space. And then as we're pushing the breath out, we want to really contract the abdominal wall. So we're forcing the breath out of the lungs, and then that's how we can start to train the brain to come back into that natural rhythm. So just lengthen up the spine again, and just close down through the eyes. And just start to feel the breath now move down into the belly. So as you inhale, let the belly really expand. Might feel a bit odd. And then as you exhale, pull the navel back to the spine, so you're forcefully squeezing the breath out. And try to relax the jaw, relax the eyebrows, relax the shoulders, and keep breathing in that way. So your inhale is the belly expanding, and your exhale is drawing the navel back to the spine. Just take a few more rounds like that. Nice deep belly breath. Nice, just take one more round in that way. So now we want to really feel the rest of the lung filling up. So as you inhale, breathe into the belly, keep breathing in and feel the rib cage widen, and then feel the breath come all the way up to the upper chest. And then as you exhale, pull the navel back to the spine, squeeze the belly, let the shoulders relax, feel the rib cage come back to center, and all the breath down to the navel. Nice. And then inhale, belly expands, rib cage widens, and the breath comes all the way to the upper chest, upper back. And then exhale, navel pulls back to the spine, squeeze the breath out. Nice. Belly, ribs, chest, navel pulls back to the spine, squeeze the breath out. Nice, so keep breathing in that way. Feel it, it's almost like 3 parts. So 3-part breathing. The belly's the first third, and then the rib cage and the chest, lower chest, and then the upper chest and the collarbone area. And then navel draws back, just focus on the navel on your exhale. So you're almost seeing it like a tank filling up, lower, middle, upper. And as you really start to slow the breath down, you're really gaining all this extra space now. So you're utilizing all these lower lobes of the lungs. You may start to feel your head start to feel a little bit lighter, a kind of feeling of energy rushing through the body, as you're just bringing much more energy in. And a real sense of vitality coming into the body as well. So as you continue to breathe in this way, try to find a little bit of softness. So even though you're expanding, you're allowing yourself to feel soft in that expansion. So there's no straining, there's no struggling, and it's really a very gentle but deep expansion. So you're just taking up a little bit more space with each breath in, and really emptying and clearing out as you exhale. Just take 2 more rounds. Finish with that last one. So as you allow that breath to really come in, whenever we alter the breath, we alter the mind. So there's no separation. So whenever we go into anxiety, it's because the breath has gone out of rhythm. And if we can just come back into that really conscious, deep, rhythmic breath, and you feel that everything is allowing a slower pace, much more deep and expanded conscious awareness of your breath, the mind instantly follows. So that's one really beautiful practice to do first thing in the morning, just to get yourself in that rhythm, connected to your breath, slow, steady, smooth. And it just gives you a bit of space to just be with yourself and to feel into how your body is for the moment. Am I tense? Am I tight? What's my kind of emotional state right now? And then after maybe 5-10 minutes, just put a timer on, or 7 is perfect. And then just do that 7 minutes. Just visualize the balloon filling up and coming back down. I wanted to also bring in 5 qualities. So when we're breathing, when we're breathing badly, which is very, very often the case of not being conscious, we're kind of breathing shallow, we're breathing noisily, it's really disruptive for the mind. So when we can just think of these 5 qualities of perfect breathing, we can just do a quick check-in. How is my breath? How is it sitting? So the 5 qualities are the depth, so getting those 3-part breathing rhythms going. So you want a nice deep breath. And then the smoothness. So is there any disruption in it? Is there any area where it feels a little bit tight or stuck or jagged or uncomfortable? We want a really smooth breath, so that's the smoothness happens in the mind as well. Is the breath silent or is it quite noisy? When the breath is really noisy, we're taking the mind out again and we want to come inward. So whenever we're in a panic, we want to draw all of our energy back in. And it's also more of a distraction. So when we have a nice silent breath, the mind stays in that peaceful, silent state too.
That's really interesting, actually, because I tend to breathe in the back of my throat and I hear the breathing, and that actually I feel like is kind of what I can focus on rather than the outside noises, and feels as if it relaxes me. But you're saying no. And also when you talk about the jagged bit, it's the bit in between breathing in, stopping and breathing out. And I've sort of learned when I do breathe that sometimes I hold my breath for a few seconds. It's like 7, 4 and 8, or whichever way round it is.
Yeah.
So it's making the in and then the out smooth in between.
Yeah, and seamless. So one goes into the other, so there's no gap. And when there's a gap in between, it leaves a space for the mind to jump in and a distraction to come in. But when the breath is literally linking into one another, and it's like a constant stream, a constant flow, that gives the same quality to the mind. It's a constant stream of conscious awareness. So there's no unbroken distractions and thoughts. So when we really...
So are you never breathing out through the mouth then? Is it all through the nose silently?
Yeah, in and out through the nose. Yeah. And also last one, balanced. So your in and exhale, same length. So we're just going to practice a little bit again, maybe 5 minutes or so, just to bring those 5 qualities in with the depth of that 3-part breath. So just find nice tall spine again. And you can close the eyes. And again, yeah, in and out through the nose. So just start that rhythm off with your deep belly breath. So as you inhale, belly expands, ribs all the way to the upper chest. Feel the shoulders slightly lift. And then exhale, draw the navel back to the spine. Nice. 2 more rounds. Breathe in with the focus on the depth. Really try to expand all the way into the edges of the body. And as you exhale, draw the navel back to the spine. Nice. Inhale, nose, belly, ribs, chest. And exhale, navel back to the spine through the nose. Nice. So bring that quality of smoothness. So wherever you feel a little distortion in the breath, there's any pockets of tension or tightness, just go into that space and try to find a sense of softening. And try to feel that real smoothness on both the inhalation and your exhalation. And then, is the breath silent? So have the chin very slightly tucked into the chest so you feel that lovely length in the back of your neck. And really feel the breath moving in through both nostrils. And out through both nostrils. So you're just feeling that lovely flow of energy, silent and smooth, deep in the body. And now looking at both the in and the exhale, trying to balance out. So you might like to count in for 6 or 8, and then out for 6 or 8. Or you can just intuitively feel that they're balanced both on the in and the exhalation. So the inhale is much more vibrant, sense of nourishment for the body, and the exhale is much more clearing and soothing. So we want to keep both those energies balanced, unless we're doing something specific in the mind. And then the last quality is that seamlessness. So just look at the beginning and the end of your in and exhalations and see if you can get all the way to the top of the inhalation, and as you come to the top, you're on your exhalation, slowly coming back down. So it's a real smooth transition. There's no gap, there's no pause, there's no struggle in between. It's just a lovely flow from one to the next. So the 5 qualities: deep, smooth, silent, balanced, and seamless. Just take one more round. Nice. So this breath is called alternate nostril breathing, and it's really a good way of balancing the brain hemispheres and the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. So if you're feeling like the mind is really all over the place, you can't focus, you feel really stressed or anxious or worried, or if you just want a bit of clarity, this breath is really, really good one to do super quickly. And you want to take your thumb and your ring finger, so of your dominant hand, and you just bring it up to your nose, and then you just close off the nostril that you're breathing through. So as you breathe through the left nostril, it's targeting the right hemisphere of the brain. So this is bringing in more of the parasympathetic nervous system and calming the body down. And then the right nostril links to the left brain, and that is more of your action, your sympathetic nervous system. So as you breathe through both, it balances. And then if you want to work on calming or activating, you tune into which nostril it is, and then you breathe through that side only. So I'll show you the alternate nostril breathing first, and then we can do a few of just the parasympathetic nervous system, so which would be calming for the mind. So you can use your hand to rest onto if it feels uncomfortable, or you can rest your elbow onto your knee. The hand's going to be up for a little while. Or if it feels more comfortable to just bring the hand up, you can do that too. So whatever feels
ring finger.
Yeah, your thumb and your ring finger. That's it.
I can't get that one out without that one.
That's all right. You can keep the little one up. And then you can either tuck those the index and the middle in, or you can rest them on the third eye. So whatever is more comfortable for your body. So I've rested there, and then these two close off the nostrils. Or you can...
I'm left-handed, okay.
Yeah. So you can either use it like this or like this. Whatever is most comfortable for you. And then I'll guide you through. So just close down for your eyes again. And take a full exhalation. Close your right nostril and inhale through your left. Close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close, exhale through the left. That's one round. Inhale left. Close, exhale through the right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. 2 rounds. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. 3 rounds. Inhale left, feel your belly, your ribs, your upper chest expanding. Close, exhale through the right, pull the navel back to the spine. Push the breath out. Inhale through the right, belly, ribs, chest. Close, exhale through the left, pull the navel back to the spine. Keep breathing in that way. So inhale left, exhaling through the right, inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. Just keep moving in a rhythm that feels good for you with the 3-part breath. So you're breathing deeply into the body. Let's do 1 full more round. So in through the left, out through the right, in right, out left. And then once you've finished that round, keep the hands where they are, keep the right nostril closed, inhale through the left. Close and exhale through the right. Close right, inhale left. Close left, in, exhale right. Close right, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale left. Keep breathing in that way. So this is moving into a very calming breath for the body, for the mind. So we're targeting the parasympathetic nervous system, where we're just breathing in the left nostril. We're taking in all those lunar or feminine or our calming energies through the left nostril, and we're exhaling out this active yang energy, so our masculine energy, through the right nostril. And you can start to bring in a visualization of a full moon underneath that left nostril. So as you're breathing in, you're feeling all that lovely, cool, calming, illuminating, kind of silvery light from the moon up into the left nostril, and then just exhaling out through the right. Just do a few more rounds, just taking your time, going at a pace that feels good for you. Remembering to breathe deeply into the belly, the ribs, the chest, and pulling the navel back to the spine as you exhale the breath out. No struggle, no strain. Just finding softness in that breath. Just take another 3 rounds. And once you've finished that round, just release your hands down to rest onto your lap or knees, and just take a moment to really feel how the mind, the body feels. Just take a couple of moments to really feel into it. And now when you're ready, you can blink open your eyes.